Hi everyone, welcome to the latest Football Gaze YouTube episode. Today we're joined by someone you might all know from the Discord community. Skippy is here and he's going to be talking us through his new website and the uses of it. So welcome to the episode, Skippy. Would you mind telling everyone a little bit about yourself?
Hi everyone. Thanks for having me here, Phil. So let me say a little bit about myself first. I have 3 years of experience in software development, and about this year I took a break to pursue my master's degree in computer science. So right now, when I'm procrastinating my assignments or reports, I build little tools that I enjoy building, like the ones that we're using now for MetaSoccer, which is my player filters and team builder, and I'm adding on a little more features here and there. And yeah, so how did I come about and find this game? Before this, I was playing a game I think everyone knows, which is Axie Infinity. So that was my entry or my gateway into the crypto world, where I wasn't familiar with anything crypto related before that. But because I was getting into that game, then it opened a whole new world for me. And so as I was playing the game, I think I'm not sure if it was Gus or someone else, but I was scrolling Twitter one day and I saw that someone was shilling the project in the comment, and it was like, oh, this is a football game, yes, crypto. And having like played FIFA and Football Manager almost my whole life, this game straight away got my attention. So I got into it, and I think that was about January at the time. And we were not yet minting our Pioneer Scouts yet. So I missed the initial whitelist, but I managed to pick up a Pioneer ticket, if not mistaken, on OpenSea. So
on the secondary.
Yeah, on the secondary. So that was like my first purchase. And I didn't really interact with the Discord before that. I was just looking around. But something that really caught my attention was that time and time again, the team kept delivering on their initial roadmap, and I was quite impressed. And I realized that, oh, this project has some promise. So after I minted my scout and I started to get more into the game, then I realized that there was a need for maybe some tools that us, the community, could use to interact with, to maybe get more information about the various scouts or players in the market. And I knew that the team were working on it already, but maybe there was some room for community tools that might not be featured in the game itself, but it will be useful for us as a community. So that's how I started to build. Firstly was the players filter. So that tool was built before the initial marketplace filters came out. So I was looking for some players that I could add to my team, and players with abilities or of a certain potential overall. So I built that tool first. And once I started to get my team about, I wanted to envision, or I wanted to build a squad. So I made the second tool, which is the team builder, where you can add in players. Where you enter the ID, and then you can envision what kind of squad you're building. And after that, I think it was maybe the end of last week, I recently added the latest feature, which is where you can search up a person's address, and then you can view
spy on other people.
Basically that, stop other people.
Players. I mean, they're all really good features. I think by playing the game, you've obviously found missing elements that you've added into your own website, because I'm finding it really useful already. Like all the things you just mentioned there, you know, the ability to look at other people's wallets, see what teams other people are building, but also, you know, the lineup builder. I was making mine in PowerPoint to start with, trying to visualize which positions I had people in, and you know, with the current setup on MetaSoccer, you're not able to do that, obviously. as of next week, with the lineup that's coming out that was announced today on the locker room, we will be able to do that. But up until now, it's not been possible. So obviously the Rektcord's been really good for doing that. So I tell you what, I'm just going to quickly share my screen, and we can have a look through the site. So let me know when you can see the screen, Skippy.
Yeah, I can see the screen now.
Yep. Okay, so we've got obviously a lot of different features here, and once you connect your wallet up in this top corner, you come to the My Club page, which I guess is what we were just talking about. Some of the features, I'll go through the features which I've found most useful, and then you can give us a little chat around, what you're looking to add in, and I guess what the future might hold for the Rektcord. So personally, all of this really good information, really basic, but you can just see, you can scout you can set your positions and look at whoever you want, and in whatever else position wise, your overall, you can quickly see, if you set that to what position, you see your special abilities, all really useful. But the Excel export function for me has been, really good, just because you can load that full squad up straight away, and then you can start dragging and dropping, putting your own tables in and whatever else, and sorting it the way you want to. So this page, there's looking a lot more added in. The recent sales that you've added in the last couple of days is really good. Everyone will probably see me undercutting everyone in the market, selling my guys cheap here, trying to fund my next scouting mission. But yeah, no, I'm really liking how this looks, and how clean it is, and how professional it looks, actually, Skippy. So you've done a great job. Well, what do you think the future holds for the My Club page?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a bug or it's really that you haven't sold any, you have not bought any players yet. But I think there are some bugs on this page I have to fix first. And as you can see on the bottom left corner, there's a view more with a bracket soon. So I guess the next feature would be a full page where you can view all your transaction histories for players, and in the future as well for scouts, and maybe a few more graphs or charts or indicators of what you have sold or what you have purchased.
And profits and purchases. I
mean, correct.
We were talking a bit previously before we started recording, but this is for me one of the best bits, because I've been spending days on OpenSea, on whatever else, finding IDs, going back to MetaSoccer, finding the player I sold, whatever else. Now we come on the Rektcord. Oh, I've sold some guy. Oh, I got this for him. Who was it? What were his stats like? And you can load it up instantly and see that player in MetaSoccer. So who you sold, what the potential was, all the details on him. So I think that's a really good feature, actually. I think a lot of people, when they realize it's there, are going to be pretty happy, because that's been something that's been bugging a lot of people. I'm sure it will come on MetaSoccer, but you've got there first, and you've got a good little feature in there, I think, so that'll be keeping people happy. Yeah, I like this as well, the total players. You can see your total players, the rare players and legendary players. Sadly, I don't have any legendary yet. Maybe one day.
Yeah, not yet.
Do you have any legendary players yet?
Yeah, I picked up one for chip that I found on the player filters. So I think I picked up one for about 700 MSU, if not mistaken.
Oh, really? I tell you what, you're getting luckier than me, because whenever I'm going on, I seem to be going through the player history, the player sales history on the Discord, and when I click on the players, I'm seeing these prices, and I'm thinking, why whenever I go on, there's no one available for that price? Yet these people seem to be finding all these deals. They must spend hours like combing the marketplace, waiting for the best deals to come up, because I'm not getting any, and that's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a few more features that we discussed. I guess we've got the players filters, which I'm finding really useful as well. If I'm coming looking for a player, I'm actually not currently going to the MetaSoccer market at the minute. I am using this just because I feel that the filters are a little bit easier to use. You get all the prices, and you can set exactly what you want. So for anyone who hasn't used it yet, this is the filter system. So if you want a current overall ability between 55 and 75, and you want the top end potential, say, so you want a 70 minimum, you can then set a position that you're after. or a specific role. So I'm currently looking for a striker around that range, and I can just search for it, and it pulls up. If I go for sale, search, it literally shows me all the ones that are for sale and all the ones that are the cheapest on the market. So this is a really good tool for finding those bargains, even though I'm not able to do it myself at the minute. I think this will really help a lot of people out, to be honest, Skippy. So are you getting much traffic to the website from users at the minute?
I think on average it's about 20 to 30 people a day.
Really?
But when I post an update on Discord, maybe it goes up to about 80.
Yeah.
So yeah, so at the moment, I think the site's able to handle it. I'm using quite a cheap server, and it's all paid for from the player flippings that I've been able to pull off using the tools itself. So it's quite cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure if you're aware of a game called So Rare, Skippy, but there is a website that comes with, well, it's now part of So Rare, but originally it was a third-party website which was called So Rare Data, and that is basically all the statistics, all the stats, the best way of scouting players, the best way of finding players, and that's sort of how I see this starting out. As the Rektcord will be a standalone website, but a website that really helps people in finding the best players. And I'm sure when the games start playing, you'll be able to include some sort of stat-based things on here as well. Is that possible, where we can look at, who scored the most goals and what division and things like that? Is that something you're able to do?
Yeah, I think if it's available in the API, it would be something I can add on. But yeah, that's where I envision this site to go towards something more analytics based, rather than having features that are overlapping of what the game already has. I think I will build it more towards showing more useful information. And yeah, like you mentioned in So Rare, I played a bit of So Rare maybe for a few weeks, and I did come across that website. So that's probably something I want to go more towards, something more data and analytics based.
Data driven, yeah. And I think it's something that I think, just looking through the Discord already, people are really hot on, like, but there's a lot of people in there who are very data driven, and they're looking at scouts, they're looking at percentages, they're doing, scout, how long is it going to take them to get to certain levels, how much it's going to cost to do it. And I think all that information is available, but someone has to work it out. And if you can give them a tool like this, which has the search features and statistics from the game, I think that's going to be something really positive for everyone to use. And I think that you'll see a lot more people using it a lot more regularly once they do find out about it, and they are they are needing it to make their teams better and be competitive in the PvE and the PvP. So I think you've got to start something really good here. The last bit we haven't gone through yet is the play. Excuse me, it's a player builder, or the team builder. I like this as well. I can't think of any of my players off. So I think I've got 58, which is Fetchner. I add him in. Yeah, Vibey Fetchner, and it just drops the player in. And I just think you've got all the little penalty kick takers, you've got all the special abilities lined up. You can see his stats and everything else, and you build your team up so you get the visual, and then at the end of it, you generate the image. And that comes up.
It doesn't really work on Chrome for the new tab, but it comes out in the small box over there.
Yeah, I see it here. And if I was doing a different browser, I would get the large picture, wouldn't I? Whichever I just saved.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. I think it's all really good, mate, and it's something which is definitely going to take off a little bit more as the game starts kicking off. So over the next couple of weeks, I think you'll see a lot more traffic coming to the website as we're hopefully getting more people coming to join MetaSoccer as the game's starting, and people are starting to realise that we're pretty much there now, and we're ready to kick off. What are you most looking forward to on MetaSoccer? Are you obviously, if you've got the Pioneer Scout, you'll be involved in the beta, I guess?
Yeah, I was looking forward to, of course, the next release, which is PvE.
Yeah.
So I'm currently stacking my squad. I'm not really sure how the reward system will work yet, but I'm just trying to get the best possible squad I can.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm sort of in the same boat. I think, well, everyone's in the same boat. We don't know what the reward system is going to be. So my personal take on it is, and there's a lot of chat around in the Discord of, how do we know it's going to make us, how we're going to make a certain yield or whatever else. And the thing is, we don't know at the minute. So my personal thoughts are, I'm just going to enjoy the game. I'm enjoying scouting players. I know I'm going to enjoy setting the lineups up and having the competition of trying to beat people. So at the minute, I'm just going to ignore all the potential of making money and the yield and everything else. I'm just going to concentrate on trying to make the best team I can. I think that's probably the smartest way to do it at the minute. I think certain people are probably a bit too wrapped up in scout costs and player costs, and I think these things are important. But at the end of the day, this is a game and it's meant to be fun, and you can't get too worked up over what's going on in the background and the economics of the game. I think because the team have already shown us that they listen to us. They've implemented lots of things which we at our request. And they want the best for themselves in the game. I think you talk to a lot of the people who work for MetaSoccer. Gus, for example, he has a team. He has money invested. He wants the best for this, for this project. And I think based on what they've done so far, we can trust them to push on and make things better. So I think it just needs to be dialed down a little bit in the Discord. But I think telling people that's probably going to make it about 10 times worse. So I'll just keep my mouth shut for now, I think.
Yeah, actually, I totally agree with you. And the fact that we don't even have the PvE or PvP yet, but it's already, for me personally, I already find it quite a lot of fun where I'm already building my team. And I find it really fun, the part where we are scouting and we get to review our players. So that bit, it's like, it really excites me every 6 days when my scout comes back.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at how they have built these features and these things that the game will be built around, and the fun aspect is already there. So we're not even talking about getting our yield back or earning from this game, but just playing a game where we have fun. I think that this is already a very good thing that the team has started. So when the earning aspect comes in, which we later on a little bit, that's just a bonus feature that we all get to enjoy.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Well, I'm really looking forward to how you develop the website, Skippy. I think there's a lot of positives already, but I think it can only get bigger and only get better. So hopefully I can have you back on in the future and we can go through it in a bit more detail when you've got some additional features added up that you've got in the works.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for joining us, Skippy. If you have enjoyed the episode, everyone, please remember to like and subscribe.
Okay, thank you for having me.
No problem, Skippy. We'll speak to you soon. Thanks, everyone.